Alright, this is what we're going to be working on today. Right where my finger is, that's your front panel connector. Okay? And this here is another piece of hardware. I'll tell you what it is. But first, what we're going to do here is I'm going to back this up a little bit. I'm going to tell you a little trick here. Okay? Now, everything you need to know about wiring up a motherboard is already in your motherboard's manufacturer's handbook. Okay? So that can be a real pain. I'm not going to kid you. You lose your page and you got to search and search and search for the page you were on. That's a real pain. So here's a little trick. Okay? Here's a little trick. Alright? What you do is you make a sheet of paper and you make a diagram. And you can make it as large as you need to. Okay? I've been doing it this way for 20 years. It works. If it works, I keep using it. Okay? I have no time for nonsense. Okay? And I found this works best because one time I had a really complicated motherboard manual and, I kept losing my page. Okay? So I started drawing it out on a sheet of paper. And that's the way it's been for the last 20 plus years. Okay? So when you start wiring up your motherboard, use this. Okay? Now, for some reason, people get freaked out about motherboards. Okay? I don't know why. Maybe they see all these pins here. I don't know. Okay? And they're like, oh God, look at all those pins. I gotta hook them all up. What do I do? No, you don't. You're only hooking up the ones you need. Okay? And it's very simple. I promise. And I'm going to show you how to do it. Alright, now, on your connectors, on all your connectors here, you have, let me just make sure these guys can fit. Alright, these guys can now fit too. Alright, on your pins here, these are your little connectors, okay? And I realize you probably can't see that, but see the word on there? It'll say what that connector is. And it'll even tell you if it's positive or negative. So that work's already been done for you. You don't have to figure it out. Now, if you get like a really, really cheap case, that may or may not be there. But usually, 80% of the time, 85% of the time, you'll see these words on it. Okay? Now, these things, they go in with very little force. Okay? But first, we're going to get to this connector here. Okay? Now, this connector here, this is the only thing we're worrying about for that. This is what we need for the front panel, mostly. These 3 pins up here are legacy. In the old days of making computers, you had what was called a beep code. If something went wrong with the computer, you get a beep, like a series of beeps. It would sound something like this. Beep, 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 beep. And then you had to go into your motherboard manual and you had to figure out what beep, 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 beep meant. And this is legacy because no case manufacturer puts a little speaker inside the case anymore. So this is legacy. Don't worry about this at all. You don't need the beep code at all. Okay? If you wired it up wrong, you'll know because the computer will not turn on. Worst case scenario is if you got like a really super cheap motherboard with very bad capacitors. You turn it on, you could, in theory, short circuit a motherboard. I've never had that happen, but it could happen in theory, but don't worry about it. That saves motherboards, you don't got to worry about that. Even really, really cheap ones, it probably won't do that. Now, for a good quality one like this one, the worst that's going to happen if I wire it wrong, it won't turn on. That's the worst that's going to happen. Okay? So wiring is not a big deal here. Okay? Now, I got these big fat fingers here, and I'm going to be getting in your way of watching what I'm doing here. I just know it. Okay? But I'm going to try my best to do this. Okay? So first thing we're going to do is we're going to hook up power switch. Okay? And I'm going to be doing this mostly by feel. Okay? And I'll probably be watching my monitor here to help me out. So we need to put this, figure out what that last pin is. And just like that, it's in. Literally just like that. Alright, now we need to put in power LED, negative. And that tells me I got the system power going through it and all that. Okay? So we put that on there. And that's it, just like that. And there's no, these little single pins, you can't put them in wrong. Any way it fits on is how it fits on. Now some of these pins here, if they don't, they should slide right on, no problem. If they don't, you can use a little bit of force. Just don't give it like, you know, the Godzilla push. Okay, whatever you do. If you use a little bit of force and it still won't go on, pull it out, look at the connector. Sometimes the manufacturer will have a little burr on there they didn't take care of. Take your X-Acto knife, clean that little burr out. It should fit on, just no problem after that. Alright, now we need the hard drive LED indicator light. So we got that here. And let's see, we got hard drive positive and negative. Alright, so I'm basically working by feel here. But I have a pretty good idea, I know where it belongs. And just like, yep, just like that, we have that on. Okay, so we now have a hard drive indicator light on, just like that. Alright, now we need to put on a reset switch. Alright, and reset switch will go right beside it. And my hand is going to get in the way no matter what I do, but you get the idea here. And that should go in just like that. And it did. And now we have literally 90% of what we need for the front panel. 90%. Okay? That's 90% of it's in now. Okay? So this is actually really easy, isn't it? Okay? So now we're going to take another connector here. This here is audio. Okay? And I gotta move this around just a little bit so we can get to that one. Alright. This down here is audio. Okay? Now, on this pin here, see how it's missing a hole? Down here, we're missing a pin. Literally, you cannot put this in wrong. Literally. Alright. So now, I'm just going to put that in. And it should slide right on. Just like that. Yep, just like that. Easy as can be. Huh. Easy as can be. Alright. Now, we're going to try to find... We need now to put... Where are we? Oh, come on now. You don't have to be this difficult. Okay, here we go. Alright, now we need to put in... let's see, which one's this one? USB. Alright, we gotta put in USB. Okay. Alright, we gotta put in USB. Okay. Same thing. Alright, see how it's missing a hole? See that? See how it's missing that hole? Literally, you cannot put this in wrong. Literally. Okay? Once you get it all figured out, it is literally impossible to put this in wrong. Okay? It's just a matter of eyeballing it up, finding what you need, and just like that, I don't know if I could just figure out where I was. Is that where I am? Yep, that's where I am. And just like that, we have a USB connector. Alright, we're doing pretty good now. Alright, now we have the main USB. It's the USB 3.0. Big long line of holes. Can't mess this up if you tried. Now, on here, and I'll try and show this to you. You see that little arrow key there? Alright. Now, that little arrow key is going to go into come on. This does not have to be difficult. Okay, now, you should be able to see this. Okay. Now, you see on here, there's like a little notch in this plastic. That arrow key goes right in that little notch. Okay. Literally, you cannot do this wrong. Okay. Building a computer is just this simple. I kid you not. It goes in just like that. And now we have, there we go, we have the USB in. So now we have the entire front panel connected. Every button, every USB port, everything is now connected. Just like that. Okay? Alright. Now that we've done that, and we're only at 10 minutes, so I'm just going to keep on going here. Okay? Maybe a little longer. I don't care. I want to get this done. The reason I want to get this done here is because I got my annual inspection coming up here soon, and I need to get this computer built. And I need to get my place cleaned up. So I've been working on these videos and not keeping my place sparkling clean for my annual inspection, but that's coming up real soon now. So I need to get this done. All right, now we are going to be working on this guy here. Here's your 24-pin connector, okay? He's a big old brute. He got 24 pins. You can't put this in wrong if you tried, okay? I'll show you the connector here, if I can. Where's my camera? Alright, now, I don't know if you can see this or not, but two of these pins are rounded on the end. Alright, and you got a little doohickey on the bottom there, okay? That's how you cannot get this wrong, okay? And on here, you got a little doohickey here that'll attach to that little doohickey there. So literally, you cannot do this wrong, okay? You literally cannot do this wrong, okay? And now you have, in just a second here, main power, as if by magic, to the motherboard, just like that. It was as simple as that, okay? Now I got to unhook this so I can show you the other part I got to hook up here. All these other cables, they're mostly power cables that hook up to something, you know, like graphics card and stuff like that. So I don't have to worry about showing you that right now at the moment. Okay. So now I need to put this around. And I need to get over here. Alright. This here is your CPU power, main power to the CPU, okay? You cannot do this one wrong either, I promise, okay? So you go in your bundle of wires here, and most of these will be for power, like SATA and so forth. So you gotta look around for this cable, okay? Alright, and you cannot do this one wrong either. This got that little doohickey on there. You cannot do it wrong. You find a little doohickey right there, and you just plug it in. Just like that. And now you got CPU power. You are now officially done with wiring up the motherboard, except for RGB and fans. But as far as the power supply and the front panel connectors, you're now done. Okay? And now for the next step is going to be a little more complicated. The rest of the work I got to do inside the case. But you've now seen how to do 70% of the wiring. Okay? I'm not quite sure how I'm going to show you how to do the other bit of wiring here, but I'll figure that out later. Okay, well, that's it. You now know how to wire a motherboard up. The front panel connector. You now know how to wire up the power supply unit to the board. As easy as that. Okay, bye.